na po. So, from the last presentation earlier, so with proper investment, let's invest naman to 3D printing po. So, okay, let's start the intro to 3D printing. So first, what are the types of 3D printers available in our market? So let's talk about the two types of 3D printers. So as you can see, we have the FDM printer, or what the solid filament use. So as you can see, we have Core XY. So this is where the heat bed or the bed of the printer goes up and down. And then the bed slinger from the word itself, the bed slings back and forth. So these two machines have their own pros and cons, but mostly Core XY is far superior compared to bed slinger printers. So next. So this is the type of 3D printers available in our market. So if you venture to our booth, the back of the downstairs,
yes.
So as you can see, we have FDM and resin printers. So for the question earlier, can we recall the question earlier?
So ang tanong ni Madam kanina, kaya bang i-support ng portable power station, did I get it right? Ang isang 3D printer?
Ma'am, may I ask, what kind of portable power station po yung ginagamit po nila?
Anchor.
Unfortunately, 3D printers requires a power outlet po sa mga household po natin. So, unfortunately, hindi po siya kaya ng portable power station. Then yung next question po, yung for the resin.
Okay. Sige.
Hindi, yung question ko kanina na number 1, regarding po sa resin. Ang beginner po ano po yung filament.
And then, kung ano daw yung, ito si Madam yung nag-question kanina, si Jessa. She was asking about filament and resin. So, you were asking which one is more beginner-friendly? Okay.
Well, in my experience as 2 years handling 3D printers, both resin and FDM, I would recommend FDM for beginners, and then maybe you can venture out. Siguro, if familiar ka na with the functionalities of an FDM, maybe that's the time you can venture out to resin printer naman po. And also, if you want a very smooth surface finish, it's much better to use resin printer po.
So, mas beginner-friendly, we start first with FDM.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Okay.
Okay po, let's proceed to the next. So, again, if nakita nyo na po yung mga display printers natin downstairs, most of them have this kind of system on top of the machine. So, this is called a combo, or specifically a multi-material or multicolor system. So, let's talk about what is combo. So, as you can see, yung mga printers po natin, they can only print one color at a time. Well, that was years ago. And then until our manufacturers have decided to invent a new way to printing. So, kaya na po mag-print ng up to 16 colors. So, compared to one color lang before. So, this is the unit that allows the printer to print multiple colors. So, this is, specifically, this is AMS, the Automatic Materials Spooler from Bambu Lab po. So, if meron po tayo sa crowd ngayon na merong P1S, X1C, or H2D po, definitely you're familiar with this one po. Sa mga, meron naman pong Creality High, mga K2 Plus, K2 Pro po, ang tawag naman po natin doon is Creality Filament System, pero basically it's just the same po. Alright, let's proceed po.
So do 3D printers come with a software? May software ba pag bumili ako Blue?
Ganito po. So, sa ibang products po, definitely may mga kasama na po sa packaging itself. Pero yung mga brand po natin ngayon, downloadable na po lahat. Everything is digital. So, if you purchase a machine, sabihin po natin, I bought siguro a Bambu Lab A1. Pero, what slicer should I use? Or what software should I use? Definitely, I'm going to use a Bambu Studio po. But, saan ko siya makukuha kasi hindi naman siya kasama sa packaging. Yung software po itself can be downloaded on the website itself by the manufacturer. So, if you want Bamboo Studio, you can search for Bamboo Lab Bamboo Studio. For Creality Print, it's going to be creality.com and search for Creality Cloud po. So, yes, technically the printers does not come with any softwares, but you can download it sa manufacturer's website po.
I'm sure bro, itatanong nila, kung download na nila yung software, libre ba?
Good news, yes. Everything is free in terms of 3D printing po. Especially sa software side, everything is free. Even yung mga downloadable files, which we will discuss later. Okay po, next.
So what 3D printed projects yung pwede natin gawin? Meron ba sa inyo dito, may ideas kayo? Ano yung pwede nyo may 3D print? Aside from sir, na nabanggit na gusto nyo ng miniatures. Anybody else? Yes, sir. You can shout out your ideas. Anong gusto mo i-3D print? Lapit ka dito, sir. Sige. Anong idea, sir, ang gusto mo i-3D print?
Models of a school.
Model of?
Of a school.
Of a school!
Basically, a-scale model po for architectural purposes. Actually, I've come across a lot of customers that are in the architectural scene. So, most of them own an FDM printer instead of a resin printer. And I think up until today, ginagamit pa rin nila for prototyping and kapag nagpe-present sila to a client, they always consult me na, sir, okay na ba yung model and everything. So, we're trying to evaluate kung okay na yung quality, if papasa siya, and ma-impress yung client nila. So yeah, definitely kayang-kaya po. Even if yung house nyo or house na may gusto po kayong i-replicate, as long as you have the skill set to 3D model the scale model po, definitely you can print it afterwards. And I believe sir also mentioned that he wanted to print a waterproof
yes, a waterproof
model.
Yes. Pwede daw ba yun?
Actually, yung mga materials po kasi natin, yung plastic, all materials are porous. So meaning marami po siyang pores and sumisipsip po siya ng moisture. So ano po yung material na kayang mag-waterproof? That would be PETG.
PETG?
Yes,
okay.
That we will discuss po later. So yeah, yun po yung material na kapag na-print, that's the time magiging waterproof na siya. Pero
when we say waterproof, ibig sabihin, no? Kasi pag sinabi ng waterproof, di nababasa. But I think the idea is, hindi siya papasukan ng tubig.
Yes, correct po.
Right?
So, to name a few, these are the some of the project ideas that you can use, siguro for business purposes or just for like household purposes lang po. So, first, we can print like office stuffs, definitely organizers, cable organizers, headphone stands, phone stands,
trays,
definitely trays, shields, definitely. So, ayan po. So, to name a few in.
Actually, madami tayong sample. If you notice, when you enter the venue, no, there are featured crafters there. So there are some sample 3D projects that you can check out.
Ayan. Again, these are also lamps. So as you all know, yung lamps kasi, they produce some heat. So if meron tayo from the crowd na meron ng 3D printer and they're printing using PLA, yung PLA po natin eventually magme-melt siya kapag introduced to light bulb. So ang ginagamit po natin na material is PETG. So as you can see, yung nandito po is PETG from Bamboo Lab. So yung translucent po. So even if printed siya, nagsashine pa rin yung LED bulb or yung light bulb po inside. So this is also a stationary po. So as you can see, pwede kayo mag-print ng clips if needed siya or very handy in your case. Mga pencil holders, pen holders, anything that you think.
Actually, lahat pwede, diba? Regardless if it's functional or non-functional, yung mga pang-aesthetic lang, lahat
Yes.
pwede.
So, actually, to solidify this, 3D printing basically is your 2D imagination into 3D reality. Ganun po yung basic understanding for 3D printed. So, ayun naman po, yung clickers, as you can see, I believe may mga clickers din po downstairs.
Yes.
So, these are printed using PLA, some of them are printed PETG. Tapos may mga switches sila inside na pwede nyo i-press like a fidget toy. So,
Switches yung nakikita natin sa keyboard, di ba?
Yes,
That's what
correct.
you click on.
Alright, proceed po tayo. So, what type of filament should I use? So, ano po ba kailangan natin for printing? So, these are the common filaments na ginagamit po natin. So, whether you're a maker or you're a crafter, so ito po yung mga madalas na may encounter natin. Number one, and pinaka on top of the list, is polylactic acid or PLA po, as we all know. And the others are PETG, TPU, ASA, and ABS. So, for those na medyo familiar or in the engineering or industrial scene, ABS po yung medyo favorite natin gamitin na thermoplastic kasi matibay po siya talaga. So, next po. So, this is the full specification of the PLA. So, sige po. Full name, polylactic acid. Yung strength niya, strong. And then yung heat resistance niya is moderate. So, again, kanina nga po, nagme-melt talaga siya even if light bulb lang po yung source of heat niya. So, UV and weather resistance, hindi po siya weatherproof. So, for those with business na keychains or anything na 3D printed, maybe it's time to reconsider our filament option to be PETG instead of PLA. Kasi eventually, mag-wear down po talaga yung mga 3D printed natin. So, if we're trying to avoid negative feedbacks from our clients or customers, maybe, again, it's time to reconsider po yung PETG. And again, guys, it's also cheaper, yung PETG po. So,
actually, ito na yung guide nyo eh. So, kung nag-iisip na kayo ngayon, ano ba yung pwede kong ibenta? Or ano ba, gusto nyo magbenta kayo ng keychains, ano? Or mga trays. You already have an idea kasi kung anong filament na yung gagamitin niyo. So, you can start with the planning, costing, and everything.
So, as you can see, again, yung PETG, guys, it's strong, heat resistant siya, and yung weather resistance niya is far superior compared to PLA. So, definitely, if you want na magkaroon kayo ng long-lasting products, opt for PETG instead of PLA. Ayan. So, another specification from our filaments. So, yung flexibility po ng PLA, hindi po siya flexible. So, anong meaning nun? Bakit hindi siya flexible? Anong pwedeng mangyari? So, kunyari may keychain, nakalagay siya sa bag. And then, yung customer natin, on their way to, siguro sa work, and then saging yung bag nila, sumama yung keychain.
Oo.
Ang nangyayari po doon, napuputol po talaga siya agad. Kasi yung rigid po siya eh. So, kung rigid po yung material, madali po siya maputol. Nagbe-brittle po siya, in short. Ease of printing, yun naman po yung kinagandahan niya. Mas madali po siyang i-print. Very forgiving yung PLA in terms of 3D printing. Kasi kapag po nagkakaroon ng issue yung printer or yung printouts, madali po siyang i-resolve kung PLA material. Odor when printing naman po, actually, all filaments here na nakastay po, very minimal na yung odor. Even if yung TPU po natin, nakastay as noticeable odor. Halos close to none po yung maamoy yung odor when printing. So it's safe sa household, especially if may kids kayo, or kayo po themselves, may issue kayo with breathing. So safe naman po yung mga filaments natin. So as you can see guys, ayan din po yung mga use cases ng filaments natin. So, PLA, definitely for keychains, for business. Yung PETG, as you can see, nakalagay po, functional parts.
Mga hooks. Actually, yun ginagamit ko to make the hooks.
Yes, ayan po. Since maganda po talaga yung strength ng PETG. What filaments are available? So, these filaments are available at Happy Station and Google GUIs. So, maybe you can list po. So, these are the color schemes na available. And actually, guys, hindi lang ito yung available na colors. Sobrang daming color shades, sobrang daming color variations. mamimili na lang po kayo and sana lang po may stock kapag po naghanap kayo.
Lalo na ngayon, magde-December, so I'm sure, no, mas maganda mag-stock up na kayo
Yes,
sa red, sa bronze, sa gold, ano ba, white, blue, yan.
Anything Christmas, Halloween related,
Yeah,
so
kami Halloween pa pala.
related, definitely mag-out of stock siya anytime soon po. So these are the filaments, to name a few, from Kexel. We have Panchroma by Polymaker. We have also Isan. I think we also have so Isan, Kex, and Panchroma po. Si Kexel, if you want something matte, Kexel excels with matte filaments. They're very known for their matte filaments. Sobrang ganda po talaga ng printouts niya.
Plus one dun sa sinabi niya. Kasi I've tried several. Yung Kexel din ang pinaka-favorite ko.
Ayan. So now that we're done with the filaments, so let's go naman sa filament care. So yung filament care, as you can see, we have listed two options. We have the shrink wrap or some sort of DIY and the actual machine, yung dryer natin.
Yung dryer para siyang dish rack na pinaliit.
Some sort, yeah. Pwede po. So guys, ito yung tanong. Kasi I believe if may mangilan po sa atin na nagtanong-tanong na kung magkano yung dryer, medyo mapapakamon po tayo ng kaunti kasi medyo mahal po talaga siya. Pero ang tanong po is, do I really need it?
Kailangan ba talaga?
Kailangan ba talaga? Kasi how much din po around 4,000 to 9,000. So, kailangan ba talaga? Ang answer doon is, if financially kaya po natin, it's much better to invest. Kasi it's going to be for the long run. If hindi naman po possible on our end, try to look for other DIYs. Pero as much as possible, let's try to get a dryer. Kasi iba po yung control, iba yung heating na iba talaga. Intended for filaments only. So where can I get my 3D print files? So ito na yun. So these are the files that we can use for business purposes that we can sell or we can use for
personal
household
yeah.
purposes. Ayan. So to name a few, guys, these are the available file sources na pwede po natin pagkunan. First is the Mercury. If meron po sa atin familiar na, very famous yan yung website na yan for free STLs or free 3D models. We also have Creality Cloud made by Creality themselves. We also have Thingiverse, one of the oldest free STL providers. And then last is the Adobe Illustrator, since our slicers po can read SVG files. Ayan. So for the Q&A po.
Nasagot na natin yung tatlo kanina, but yan, may nagtaas na agad. Yes ma'am, what's your question po?
Since you mentioned that portable power station cannot be used by the 3D printers, may I know what is the electrical output requirement by the 3D printers?
Well, if we're trying to follow the specifications po, so it's going to be 220 volts, 50-60 Hz po. So, yes po. Either of the two po. So far, I've encountered customers na may 50 Hz. Wala naman pong nagiging issue sa functionality po ng printer. And so it's going to, guys, it's going to be 220 volts and 60-50 Hz po. So basically, just a regular power outlet po ng household natin.
Okay, any questions from the back? Si Sir, gusto ko, do you have an engineering background? A little bit, okay.
When looking for filaments for the 3D printer, there's a specific type. Like for example, I'm gonna buy something generic from online.
Actually, good question. Kasi it's been going around. There is a filament that only costs around 300 to 400 pesos. But the question, is it good? Some reviews or some feedback says it's good. Most of the reviews says it's bad. So, unfortunately, I have not tried any filaments na ganong sort. So, as much as possible, I try to use yung mga at least common filaments. So we have like Isan, Pex, and Panchroma. Pero if you want to try, sir, and if you have the means na to try, definitely it's worth checking out kasi iba rin yung yung price range. So,
medyo wala kayo the same difference,
yes,
right? 300 versus the 900, yes, 800.
So, if guys, if you can try naman. And if you need assistance, you can message us. So, if you encounter any issues moving forward, we can assist you.
Okay. May questions about it?
Sorry. Related to electricity. Since eventually some of us will be venturing into business, of course we have to consider the electrical consumption of the 3D printer. So how much is the electrical consumption of the 3D printers? Does it differ from resin to FDM to the kind of 3D printer, to the size or whatnot?
Actually, good question again from ma'am. Yung 3D printers po natin have been already evaluated and tested by Meralco. So, we at Maker Lab po, we have partnered with Meralco. I think that was this year, back in April po. So, we have lent them some machines for testing and we found out, especially our A1 or Bambu Lab A1 only consumes 1.14 pesos per hour of operation.
1.14 pesos?
Yes.
Okay, per hour.
Yes. So that is yan yung
mas
range.
mahal yung microwave natin sa bahay. Kaysa sa 3D printer, di ba?
Yes po. So, if you have other machines naman po, like K2 Plus only costs around 2.20 pesos naman. Kasi mas malaki siya, so that is assuming mas matagal po yung ipiprint nyo or mas malaki, causing the print duration to be longer.
Okay. Anything else that you would like to ask? Sir, anong question mo, sir?
Regarding this sa filament, question lang. Natanong to kanina a while ago is, pero does it matter ba talaga to the brand na pwede namin gamitin to a particular machine? Kasi what worries me is baka mamaya ma-damage yung machine pagka hindi siya coming from the actual manufacturer. Kasi that's a big factor eh. Baka mamaya masira agad, ma-avoid yung warranty namin. Tapos another, yung filament ba, kasi tulad na sabi mo, what if we don't have the budget? I for once, I already have a dry cabinet for my camera. Will it be sufficient as of the moment na kumbaga we put it on the dry cabinet? Kasi for sure we'll be replacing different filaments from the color that we'll be selecting. So to sustain, para hindi siya magkaroon ng problem, para maging brittle.
Yes.
Oo. So, would it suffice for the meantime para for a dry cabinet? Or for example, meron din nakita sa online, sabi nila, parang silica gel, we can actually place it daw dun sa loob ng AMS ba yun?
Yes.
We just print it inside, tapos we put some silica gel. Would it suffice? Thank you.
Alright. So, to address the first question po, so, kapag pa hindi same brand ng printer, yung filament, would it cause harm sa machine and to us? The answer is no. Kasi as you can see, we have most filaments na hindi naman from the same brand that we're using. So some of us are using Creality printers, some of us may be using Elegoo or Bambu Lab printers, but none of the brands was listed earlier. So definitely, pag hindi naman same brand, sir, definitely you can still use the filament. Sa slicer, maybe we can maybe need lang natin mag-adjust ng settings or a few. Pero, ang short answer, sir, pwede naman. Wala pong magiging issue yung paggamit ng generic brand to a specific printer. And to address the second concern po, yung dry cabinet po ba nila, sir, does it have a heating capability or wala? So, yung question na yun, sir, bakit ko siya tinanong? Yung dryer natin, sir, meron siyang active heater. So, iniinit niya yung filament. So, bakit iniinit yung filament? Para lumabas yung moisture. And yung trabaho ng silica gels inside the dryer is to suck up the moisture.
Yes.
Ganun po yung function ng active dryer natin.
At saka malalaman niyo yan when you weigh. So, you put it on the weighing scale bago nyo gamitin, and then after some time, syempre naka-expose siya, diba? Then you wait again, give it maybe a week or two, depends sa weather conditions, and then you realize it becomes heavier. Then the moment you put it in the dryer, tapos mag-weigh kayo ulit, mapapansin nyo may difference na siya.
Yan po. So, yung dry cabinet naman, sir, I think that would be the part 2 ng drying natin or ng filament care. So, after drying, saan natin store yung filament? And doon papasok po yung dry cabinet natin. Kasi yung dry cabinet natin will not collect any moisture from external sources. So, much better kung may dryer ka and dry cabinet at the same time, sir. Yeah.
Pero syempre, Blue, not everyone would be able to afford the drying cabinet or the dryer. So, ano ba yung ibang alternative natin? Let's say, wala pa talaga tayong budget, hindi pa natin kaya bumili ng dryer kasi syempre, mabigat na yung 3D printer, di ba? Ano ba yung ibang alternative na or workaround that we can do?
So, first, as also listed earlier, no, nakita nyo naman yung shrink wrap. So, yung shrink wrap, actually, we also sell those. Yun yung mga type of Ziploc bags na merong suction port na ino-offer. So,
hindi po ito yung Ziploc na nasa IKEA or nasa grocery. Ziploc din yun, pero walang suction yun. Iba yung sinasabi ni Blue.
Yan po. Pwede po ba natin i-present? Kanina.
Yeah, para may idea sila what the Ziploc.
So, as you can see, dun sa near the Ziploc, meron siyang parang port na maliit. That would be the suction port. So, yung mga types of dry bags na ganyan po, meron siyang kasamang mini vacuum or vacuum boxes. So, yun po yung humihigop ng excess air doon sa loob ng Ziploc po. So, yan po yung one of the 2 ways na pwede pong fix, like quick fix lang. Next naman po is to purchase a silica gel, tapos any generic Ziploc lang po. If hindi talaga kaya, mag-purchase ng dryer or ng shrink wrap po. So, yun yung 2 fixes na medyo medyo mura po. Yun yung pwede po natin gawin.
Okay. So, sige, sugi natin si Ma'am. One last question before we wrap things up.
What if in the middle of the printing, there was a sudden electric brownout or blackout? Will the machine start all over again after the restoration of the electricity? Or it will continue from where you left off from the printing?
So, fortunately, our machines as of today have what we call a power loss recovery. So, if hindi naman po sobrang tagal na nawala ng power source yung printer, the printer can boot up itself again. Tapos may ipoprop siya sa display na saying, would you like to resume the print job? Unfortunately, yung mga resume prints po natin, inevitable, magkakaroon po siya ng defect or artifact. Magiging visible yung line kung saan po nag-stop initially yung printer and then kung saan po siya nag-resume afterwards. So, to answer, meron pong way to resume yung print natin and to save the models. Unfortunately, yung quality lang po is kind of low compared sa initial na wala pong power loss. Yeah.